If you are a parent or have been paying attention to any education-related news over the last year, then you know the Ten Commandments are going to be up in public school classrooms this year. Allen ISD last fall announced that they received at least 1,500 posters and they went up. But now that we're starting a new school year, in this week's Texas No Filter, let's refresh ourselves on this still relatively new law. You may see public school classrooms begin to display the Ten Commandments. That is because of Senate Bill 10, a law that was passed and signed by Governor Greg Abbott last spring. The law was quickly challenged in court, but just this April, a federal appeals court allowed it to remain in effect while the case moves forward. So here is what this law requires. Every public elementary and secondary school classroom must display a durable framed copy or poster of the Ten Commandments if it was donated to them. It must be at least 16 by 20 inches, placed in a conspicuous location, and use the exact wording written into the law. Schools cannot substitute a different version. Now, here is what the law does not require. Teachers do not have to teach the Ten Commandments. Students do not have to read them, memorize them, recite them, or even agree with them. The law requires the display of the Ten Commandments, not necessarily religious instruction. Now, supporters say having the Ten Commandments up in these classrooms help explain the root of American law and Western civilization. Opposers of having the Ten Commandments up say this is a violation of the First Amendment, and those of a different faith, religion, or of none at all may feel excluded. And that opposition, that argument, is exactly why this law is still being challenged in the courts, even though schools are required to continue to follow this law. So, if you see the Ten Commandments hanging in a Texas classroom this fall, it is not a local district making its own decision, it's a requirement under Texas law. At least for now, while the courts decide where this law ultimately stands. Until next time, stay civil and stay caffeinated.